Good morning. It is the 1st of April. My husband has now gone out for a walk, so that gives me time to actually film my podcast on the 1st of the month. So yeah, that is pretty much what I'm going to do now. So I'm all set up in my podcast corner. Actually, I think I might need to change my little letterboard. I'd like to change it every month, so I might have to do that first. Yeah, there's not really much in terms of plans today. I need to visit my parents and pick up some food. I also need to drop off some Easter eggs at a friend of mine, and maybe I'll just sit and crochet or knit or cross stitch for the rest of the day. There aren't really much plans in terms of that because I'm not at work today. My son's off school now for half term, and my husband is not at work or university today in terms of Teams. He's been on a Teams meeting this morning for work, even though he doesn't work Thursdays. So yeah, I'm going to try and do this whilst he's not here and there's no noise, because I think my son's now on his PlayStation, so we're good to go. So yeah, that is pretty much it today. So I might show you some of what I'm working on later, do a little time lapse like I have in previous days, and we'll see how we go. So yeah, time for podcast. Almost 8 o'clock at night, and I've barely picked up the camera today, but then again, haven't really done much today. I did a little over an hour on my 100-day project. Yeah. Then had some lunch. I had cheese on toast because that's what it felt like, and this was about like 4 o'clock. Yeah, because I pretty much spent the morning filming the podcast and then trying to get my living room back to look like a living room. So that is pretty much all I've done today. I have been and dropped off some Easter eggs to a friend of mine, and we had a really lovely chat on her doorstep, socially distanced, of course. We haven't seen each other for 4 months, so the last time I saw her was just before Christmas when I dropped off Christmas presents. So yeah, it's been really lovely to catch up with her. And on my way home I stopped at my parents' house because they've made some cottage pies for my Joey, so he can eat those. So I picked up food, and now I'm home and about to sort out dinner for me and Joey, and that involves cooking pasta. So we're having conchiglie pasta, I've got some bolognese sauce, and I've got some hot dogs. So student recipe or student speciality, I guess. It's pretty much what I had when I was a student. When I was living, it was just me and him in a hostel. So yeah, that is what we're having for dinner. And there was also another Zoom meeting tonight with the ladies from the yarn dispensary, so I might join that in a little bit as well. I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil so I can actually put our dinner on. Yeah, so yeah, not much else has really gone on today. I did film a little bit of my stitching this morning or this afternoon, so that should be up already for you anyway. But yeah, that is about it. Tomorrow, not looking like much is going on tomorrow either. It's bank holiday tomorrow, so nothing's really open anyway. Nothing's been open for ages anyway, so can't go anywhere. Yeah, so that is tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll probably do another hour on my 100 project, and then I might sit down and knit or crochet. Haven't decided yet. I've brought both in tonight for tonight's Zoom meeting. I've got my Briar Rose blanket with me and my sampler cowl, so I don't know which one I'm going to pick up really. Yeah, the Briar Rose I don't really need to concentrate. The sampler cowl I need to do moss stitch, so I need to make sure I'm counting my knits and purls. So I'm not sure that's really the best thing to be doing whilst I'm chatting to friends on Zoom. So I'm going to end tonight, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. It is still morning. It's about 11:30. It is Friday the 2nd of April, which means it is Good Friday, and I'm all croaky. I have actually spent the last couple of hours working on my samurai. Just because I felt like it. Basically, I try and stitch at least 1 hour a day, and if I've just started a new thread, then sometimes I continue and I just bank the hours basically, and it means that days where I'm working late or I've got other things going on and I don't get time to stitch, it means that I'm actually up to date, so I'm ahead of schedule by a day at the moment, which is really nice. I am still in pyjamas. My hair is looking a bit rubbish, so I am going to have a nice, I don't know whether to have a hot shower or a hot bath. I haven't decided yet. So yeah, last night's yarn dispensary sip and stitch was actually really nice. It was nice and calm. There were some random conversations though. I can't actually remember what half of them were. No, I've completely forgotten because I've slept since then. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do today actually. So I need to go shopping. We have no bread, and I really fancy an egg sandwich, as you do when you've got no bread. So I need to go and do a little bit of shopping, and I don't know what to do. I really need to work on the Briar Rose blanket because my sister-in-law is due the very beginning of May, which means that she's pretty much due any time now because my nephew was a whole month early. So yeah, kind of need to work on that. I hit a little bit of a dilemma last night because I had one edge or one side of the scallops to do, and my yarn was changing colour. So I have continued. I'm going to do one more round on top of that, and then I'm going to change to the other cake of yarn, just so I can continue mixing the two basically, and then that'll lighten it up a little bit before I then go into the darker shades on the other ball. So that's quite nice. What else is there to do? Oh, so I've taken down the rainbow from my bay window, which was pretty much white, because it's been up for a year now. I mean, it was put up for the NHS rainbows, and yeah, it's been up for a year and it's just white now. All the tissue paper's completely faded, so the only colour left was the bits that were stuck to the paper that it was on. So I'm actually going to put up the Easter decorations, which are currently sitting here, and you can see the pom-pom there has fallen down. So I've ordered some little suction. I don't know if you can see up there. I've got a little dragonfly hanging up, but he's on a little hook that sticks to the window. It's like a suction cup hook. So I've ordered some more of those because I cannot find the packet that I have, which is kind of like, it's kind of how I roll really. I've got loads of stuff, but I can't find it. So I've ordered another pack of those so I can decorate the window, put up my Easter decorations. This isn't all of them. I do have a box with some Christmas decorations in, and I've put the Easter ones I made in that box, so I'm going to get those out as well. I also need to plan my Christmas decorations actually, because I was meant to do it last year and obviously just didn't because I wasn't in the mood. So yeah, this morning the neighbours have had some music on this morning, which has put me at a bit of an unease, so I put on a stress relief playlist from Spotify, and that seems to have helped a great deal, which is probably why I've managed to stitch so much this morning. It's now starting to go into purple, so I'm really excited to start moving down the frame. But other than that, not really much going on. I really wanted to go for a walk yesterday because the sun was nice in the morning, and then I did my podcast instead. So, and it's a bit cloudy today. It's bright still, but it's not warm today, so I don't know if I want to go out today, but I do need to go shopping. So yeah, what else do I need to do? The fabric arrived for the for a second knitting bag. So the knitting bag that I made for my mum for Mother's Day, my aunt wants one, and someone on Instagram said they would happily buy one as well. So I have ordered more fabric for that. That all came yesterday. The fusible wadding came the day before. No, one lot came on Tuesday and one lot came yesterday. So I've got those to go through. So I could replace the blade on my rotary cutter and just cut some of those out, ready to sew. Because my husband has gone skateboarding today. So I don't know if he's coming back here or if he's going straight to his parents after that. Yeah. There's no Zoom classes today. I've just realised I've got chocolate around my face from my Cocoa Pops this morning. Might do some washing. It's kind of a boring day really today. I haven't really done much actually yesterday either, except film the podcast and then take forever trying to put my living room back to a living room, because I have to move stuff to get into this corner. So this has to be moved, all the stuff on the chair gets moved. Yeah, so there we go. But yeah, so let's see what we get up to today. I might record some of my crocheting because I do need to work on that blanket. So yeah, I'll see you later. So I have had a shower, hence hair in towel. I am dressed, and I may have ordered a cheeky McDonald's. Strawberry milkshake. I also got a cream egg McFlurry, which I'm going to very much enjoy. But then I realised I have to actually edit my podcast today as well. So I do have stuff to do. But I'm going to enjoy this first. Good morning. It is Saturday, so it's Easter Saturday, which is what, the 3rd of April? Don't really know. I didn't have a very good day yesterday. Yeah. I watched 3 films in the end yesterday, and 2 of them made me cry, so yeah. I don't know whether I'm just feeling overwhelmed or whether I think it's mainly personal circumstances. So my son is 16. He's not my husband's son, and we do want to have our own children together. But we can't do that until we move out of the flat that I've been in for 14 years now. Nearly 15 years I've been here. So it's been a long time. And we can't do that until my husband finishes his doctorate. And he has another year left. So we can't start looking until 2022, the summer. And I feel like we're running out of time. So especially with my PCOS diagnosis, I'm getting cramps pretty much all the time now, which is not fun. And to top it off, the ankle that I busted in August last year has decided that this half term it doesn't want to work, which means I'm back to the same pain that I was in when I went back to work in September. Which means I can't move around a lot, and yeah, it's really not. It's not fun. I have been making a lot, and I do know that I'm making in terms of coping instead of making to be creative, with the exception of one item because I am designing that item. But the rest of it, I do feel like I'm just making because I need to take my mind off of stuff. And I have used it for coping probably for the whole of lockdown, and that includes lockdown 1. So it's been a year. Yeah. So I'm not doing brilliantly. I mean, even now I'm trying to not cry. I feel like I need to be alone, but I don't know how long I need to be alone for. Which is not brilliant when you're supposed to be married. And it's cold, so I'm on the sofa in my pyjamas, in a blanket, but it's only about 8 o'clock. Is it 8 o'clock? I don't know. An alarm will start going off on my phone at some point, but I don't know. So what do I have to do today? So I still need to go shopping. We still have no bread. I think we're getting low on milk now as well. So I need to do an essentials shop. But I can't remember what time the shop's open today. or whether it's Sunday trading hours and I'm going to be crushed with a load of people. I don't know. I need to I'm so tired. I need to drop Joey at my parents' house for lunchtime because we are meant to be going out to a friend's for there's 6 of us. We're going to a garden for a few hours for nibbles and just to chat because we haven't seen each other as a group for well over a year now. So we're doing that. That's about 3 o'clock though. But she lives near the seafront, so I wanted to go really early and go for a walk down the seafront on my own. But actually, my husband said I need to think about my petrol consumption. And I said, well, it seems silly that we're taking 2 cars to a friend's house because that doesn't help either of our petrol consumption. I mean, I don't mind driving her because she lives near where I work, so I'm driving there all the time anyway. So I know how to get there. But it'd be really nice if he drove, because then I could save my petrol for work next week. But there we go. But then I want to go on my own, so I don't know. That is the dilemma for today. In the meantime, I have started the next round. I've started the next round on the Briar Rose blanket. So I actually did the row that's the purple here. I actually did at craft night for the yarn dispensary on Thursday. It was mostly pink, and then when I got to the 2 rounds above it, it was going to change colour again over the purple, and I just wanted that one row to be the same colour. So what I did was pulled it all back, cut my yarn so that it was more, so I had that purple colour, because that did almost 2 rows after, and I literally did, I had just enough to do that shell row. I'm not doing a very good job of showing this off, am I? So I've done the shell row in the purple. Then I pulled out the middle of the cake, which was this light pink. I thought that broke it up quite nicely. So I had enough to do, I think I had enough to do almost 2 rounds of that. Yeah, because there's another round there before it changed. This is a different colour. It changed colour like round on the 4th row. No, halfway around the 3rd side. So that's growing quite nicely, but it does mean I now have loads of ends on the back where I'm having to chop and change the colours so that it's more pleasing, and that I get like a full round of each colour before it changes again. So that middle ball though of the light pink, I pulled it out of the middle of my cake and it was just a ball, it wasn't attached to the cake. And then as I started working with it, it was actually in 4 pieces. So I've had to retie loads of bits together to finish that round. And then what I've done is the round afterwards, I've tried to crochet over it to hold it in place. So, but now my hands hurt and I can't work on it. They were really hurting last night. My elbow was giving me jip. I feel like I'm just falling apart, to be honest. Everything seems to hurt. So that is that. I mean, I do need to be working on it, but that cluster row takes forever. And there's 2 of them. I mean, it's not like, even the shells row doesn't take that long. And that's 7 trebles into every V-stitch. So all the clusters take forever. They look pretty, but they do take some time. And actually it's the cluster rows that are different colours to the rest of the blanket, which is quite nice. So the pattern is kind of okay with that. I'm also almost out of yarn from these two balls. I've got this much left of the cake, which is pretty much all one pink. I think it gets lighter in the very centre, but not an awful lot of it. I've got 2 mini balls that I've wound off, purely because there wasn't enough for a round. And then I have this mess of a cake. I think there's enough of that lighter purple to do a big round, whether that's a cluster round or the shells round, so that'll be quite nice to do that. But yeah, so now I'm really tired, so now I've got to wait until my wrists don't hurt so much. I think I didn't have my magnets on yesterday. I wonder if that's why. They tend to hurt more when I don't have my magnets. So I need to get working on it though, because baby is due imminently. What's the time? It's not even, it's nowhere near 8 or 9, it's 7. 20 past 7. And I'm just not even holding the camera. So look, making everybody seasick. So what I need to edit my podcast, so I might just sit and do that actually today, as well as go to the shops. I might try and go to shops first. So I'm gonna sit and edit the podcast. I've put up my July haul, but I haven't added the info to it or any cards that I might have mentioned, so I need to do that as well. But I'd rather the podcast go up first, so because I know I'm going to have to watch the July haul again just to find out the information, because I don't think my list covered everything. So yeah, I also need to do an hour on my samurai, but I am a day ahead on it anyway, so maybe I can leave that for today and do loads tomorrow instead. But yeah, I also need to make a bag at some point because I have the week to do that. I've been talking for 13 minutes. I keep yawning, sorry. Yeah. I don't know whether me being alone with my thoughts is a good idea, but that's just how I feel at the moment. Yeah. I basically just sent my husband a message last night because he's not home. He went skateboarding yesterday, and because he was closer to his parents' house, he went back to there. Because he's always been living between homes, so normally he goes on a Saturday though, so he wasn't here yesterday. Right, I am going to try and do something. I'm going to have some breakfast first though. My suction hooks came for the window, so I might put up the decorations today. I wanted to try and do a tree, but I've got crosses in my windows, so I don't know if that would actually work. But yeah, so I've got all the suction hooks, so I might do that after breakfast. Make the window pretty, and that might make me a bit happier. So yeah, we'll see what we get up to today, shall we? You might come for a walk with me around the seafront, or even around the riverfront. I might go for a walk down the river where my parents live, because that's where I've got to drop Joey off. So see you later.